Hello everyone and welcome back to the Dungeon of Naheulbeuk. Last time we came into this shady gambling den, took out many of the people here, which resulted in us getting back an IOU we were looking for, but we've also leveled up many of our characters. So previously I told the game to just do the numbers for me because I'm clearly not ready for that, but we do have our active and passive skills. So we need 4 more spent until we can lock tier 3. So we're locked into spending stuff in the first 2 tiers currently. But we now have active skills in tier 2 for the dwarf. So this is our spin attack that we've already unlocked. And so we can have every tile around the dwarf. By applying level 5 aerodynamic rotation, this attack can do even more damage according to the following formula. Number of hits times height over number of meals plus centrifugal force coefficient. 120% damage as opposed to 70% damage on the standard attack. Or this is 70% chance but a chance 70% damage but a chance of being stunned. Dwarf Insult. An inspired taunt that discourages your target, turns them towards the dwarf and incites them to attack him. That's interesting. Thunder Thigh Charge. A formidable charge that inflicts more damage the further it travels. Damage 80% but a line of 4. I'm inclined to go for that because anything that can make hit the dwarf more mobile seems like a good plan to me.
I can rock your socks off.
And then for passive skills, plus 10 parry and cannot be knocked over while in defensive stance. Regains 10 health points per turn as long as he's standing on a beer tile. I guess in the previous fight when we saw an exploded keg of beer, that's what that would be. And then 3% physical and magical resistance can turn into 10% physical, 3% magical, or 3% physical and 10% magical. Or we could go back for something in the earlier tiers. Plus 2 max hit points per level. This effect is retroactive. But we're only going up to what level? 3. So that's only 6 hit points. That's not that many. I'm going to take
Move out, losers. I'm the best.
Physical resistance. As for the thief, we are now level 3. We have 4 things to unlock until the thing. Okay, that's the same. So we can take some caltrops. We can upgrade our sneaky strike to be poisonous or immobilize them. We can take aim for the heels. A vicious attack that aims for the heels, inflicting slashed tendons status effect to your target, dealing damage to them every time they move. Or a poison bolt. A poison crossbow bolt poisoning our target. We can also take heavy armor. Plus 1 crit chance. Plus 0.25% critical damage multiplier. If the thief has no adjacent allies, gains 10% critical chance. Or the thief throws bombs that are more powerful and have additional effects. Let's see, can we see... Oh, okay. Save the dwarf stuff. Can I see the thief's skills, please? Apparently I actually can't. Of course I can. They're the ones that we already have up here. Adoy. And for his equipment, does not currently have a bow, which is going to make that a little bit more difficult. Let's just see how the okayish bow of kinkiness compares. 14 to 20, 10, 7, 1.5. 20 to 30, 10, 7, 1.5, 5. Okay, so we're definitely upgrading that.
For me? Oh, thank you. Mwah!
And then we found the bandana of mandibular trophies. 1 protection, 2 courage, compared to
my bad.
2 protection, 2 charisma. Don't know how courage and charisma really compare to one another, if I'm honest. Orc Berserker Belt. 2 slots, minus 2 intelligence, plus 1 courage, 0.1 critical damage, and Tattered Cloth Belt. Alright, back to the skill tree. Thief, what do I think? What do I think? Let's go with aim for the heals.
Until
And 1% extra crit chance.
new dangers.
Sure. Can't think about this too long, otherwise we'll be here for literally days. Savage Warcry deals 3 consecutive melee attacks, or deals 2 consecutive powerful melee attacks to the target and reduces their protection. Rib Crusher, a kick that deals a small amount of damage and pushes your target back 2 tiles. Or a powerful swing for 130% damage, or 80% damage. A swing that hits every character in front of the barbarian except his allies, so we don't have to worry about the positioning as much. And over here, barbarian gets plus 20% max stamina. Barbarian gets 10 precision when attacking with a sword. Barbarian cannot be weakened when he loses health points. And the barbarian gets 5 precision and 5 damage when attacking with a bow. I'll take the precision when attacking with a sword, because we're going to probably use these 2 main sword attacks quite a lot. And I'm going to take the Rib Crusher because I like the opportunity to push stuff away from us and trigger attacks of opportunity with other allies. As for our Wizardess, this is our AoE attack. So we can take it from 70% damage to 90% damage and teleport its victims randomly within the effect of the area. Or 70% chance, 70 damage and chance of being stunned. Pushback damage 5, range 5 damage 120%. Or pushback 70% damage knocked over. Summoning of the Killer Bunny. Summons a cute, bloodthirsty spirit to vampirize an enemy. Gives back to the Wizardess as many health points and astral energy as it deals damage. I mean, that just sounds fun. Cure minor wounds, also heals the slash tendon status. Globe of Thorns. Plus 50 max astral energy, 5% dodge, 10% damage, plus 2 to their max range. I mean, it has to be the bunny, right? It just has to be. And give me that extra energy. And lastly, the Ogre. Gnolo. Pair of slaps that hits any character in front of the Ogre twice at a 3 wide range. Push them back 3 tiles instead of 2. Push them back 2 and knock them over. Can we see what... I'd like to see if I could... A knocked over character is put at the end of the order of initiative and will pass their next turn. Alright, that's pretty good. Or the ogre sniffs the air a couple of times, then randomly picks an enemy as his next meal. The target suffers a protection penalty, also reveals any stealthy enemies in the area. That sounds a bit bizarre. Plus 2 protection. Food consumed have stronger effects. Ogre gains 1 physical resistance per level. The ogre can now wield 2-handed hammers. The ogre can now breach stone reinforced doors, opening the way to even cooler loot. Let's see. Let's take advanced murder hoboing. And I like this knocking people over malarkey. That sounds great. Alright, that is everyone leveled up. So we can get out of that screen. Over here, we do need to do something with this Orc Berserker belt. -2 intelligence. Well, I mean, I'm sure several of us aren't going to be worrying about intelligence in the first place. So, there you go, buddy. Anyone not wearing a belt at all?
People put their hands in my pockets.
Hands off my gold.
That's my
precious
stuff.
gold.
Everyone is wearing a belt. And sure, you can have some sausages, because that seems thematic. Right. Well, that was almost 10 minutes of admin, which is far too long, and I apologise. Let's see what's in this door. Since we have a key, I think. Oh, this can only end well, can't it? Oh, there's a whole other tavern back here where people aren't mad at us. You must have all the books, which we do not, obviously. Anything to loot around here, though? Whoa!
A trap.
Alright, well... I'm paranoid now, which is no fun, because... it just means that I'm gonna go to every location in the entire game and never feel like I can not be the thief anymore.
Slowly pull on the latch.
Alright, that is just a dead end. There's another door just back here to our side.
Okay, there's a riddle on this wall. Should we try to solve it or keep going?
Let's try a riddle.
Why not? Let's do it.
I'm a box with no hinge, no key, no lid, and I hold a golden treasure. What am I?
Oh, okay. This is new. I am a box with no hinge, no key, and no lid. And we have to present the right object, I guess. A box with no hinge, no key, no lid. And I hold a golden treasure. Is it beer? Not beer. Alright, well... we are just getting destroyed by area of effect damage stuff in here. To no personal gain. Is there at least some kind of table or something we can loot around here? We've used a storeroom key. Boots of Heedless Peregrinations. Chain bracelet of fiduciary protection. The ranger needs a passive upgrade, and a bracelet can be worn by the paladins of Cadro. It glows whenever someone is trying to scam its wearer. Was that implied that there was actually something that could be worn? Or is it just tat? I'm very confused. Alright, let's ignore that. Any more lootables? Just that one.
Poor Moo. How are we going to butt-kick evil without him?
Another nutsack. Looks more like a ranger.
We all know the two can go together.
You test tube scrubber. What's wrong, buddy?
I lost Moo, my companion in arms. How can I triumph over evil without him? Who will watch my back? Who will triumph over terrible creatures?
Losing a friend can be distressing. What does he look like?
He's the bravest, the strongest, the most awesome of all miniaturized giant hamsters. Binsk and Moo are the best.
Hamster. Right. Obviously.
Is it just me, or is this guy bonkers?
Without Moo, Binsk is just a hopeless, aimless, useless, shitty ranger.
Just say ranger. We'd get the point, eh? What the? That's not funny. When was the last time you saw him?
I was in the toilets, and I put Moo down so he wouldn't suffer from the smell. When I was done, he was gone.
Listen, bud, we'll see what we can do to get him back.
Thanks. I will reward you. Moo, where are you?
Maybe lost in one of the many toilets or something. Right, this is where we fought.
It stinks! I'd rather go behind a tree.
No sign of Moo. Don't know if the rats somewhere else have stolen it. Him, not sure. And otherwise, that's everything for this floor down in the basement currently, I think. Can't get down that staircase, wherever it might lead. There's a lot of odds and ends and dead ends and stuff around here. Also, when we did that fight a minute ago, if we just cross back into that lobby, there was a lever right next to... Alright, well that makes a little bit of sense. Don't know where this goes, and right now I'm not sure I want to find out. To the caves. Alright, well we found out, but we're not going to go there.
You should always note your escape routes on a map.
Let's get back upstairs, shall we? Otherwise, we're gonna die, because, oh boy, we've taken like a bunch of trap damage and stuff down here. Because I'm bad and traps are harmful. Tavern? Alright, we're upstairs safely. Let's go find our wizard friend. And they were back in the VIP.
Yellow, fellas. So, how about that basement? Found any grape juice?
Yes.
Yep, here you go.
Great, thanks. Now I'll have something to juice up those rich bastards. You've earned a drink. Here you go, for your troubles. One bottle from this batch. A good one, you have my word.
Wine's fine with a good steak, but never before a judgment. Turns a courtroom into a snore fest.
Right, we get some XP.
The Paladin leveled up.
Paladin leveled up from that. That's nice. And then we have our pair of wizards.
Ah, I can already smell the unrivaled aroma of elephant milk fermented in a pouch made of morschleg skin.
It's like someone spilled out the contents of a goblin restaurant garbage can.
We will gladly offer you this cheese.
Yeah, it'd be a relief.
If only we could roll around in a flower bed right now. It might cover the stink.
I must admit that, despite being indifferent to the joys of curds and whey, you are a skilled bunch.
We were hoping for your assistance.
As far as I'm concerned, I'm obliged, but I need to be assured of my colleague's satisfaction, even though he's also quite ignorant when it comes to artisan dairy products.
Alright. Just before we do that, we did get a sword. Didn't we? Quest item? Quest item. Okay, so there's no stats associated with this sword. So,
What's in there? Ah, my bad.
not equipable. So I don't know if it's going to offer us the chance to keep it or not.
Archmage. May we present you with your death certificate?
Ah, very good. Let's destroy this without delay in order to reevaluate the risk indicator weighing upon the index-based evolution of my counseling activities.
So, about the amulet.
Noble wizards, I think we've completed your respective quests.
Yes, and it was awful. Like kissing an albino pony it was.
I can make that happen, and it would do you some good.
Shut up already! Would their magical highnesses care to finally consider our problem?
My friends, I think your exploratory collective has risen above the moving average of standard adventurers' accomplishments as defined by the Dungeons Fund.
What they lack in maturity, they make up for in texture.
They love the sound of their own voices.
If you would be so kind as to produce the object of your successive requests, we'll proceed with an astral analysis.
The amulet's secret we shall uncover, like under a crust of brie.
Alright, well, since this bit seems important...
Just when I thought we'd be rid of this thing.
They're
Nope.
conversing in an occult tongue. It's beyond understanding.
Well, guess what? I speak squirrel, and it's way more fun.
Who gives a nut?
All things come to those who wait, like a well-aged cheddar.
There is a high probability that this magic item belongs in the demonic category subclass, Cursed. It is indissolubly linked to your astral energies.
Breaking news. It's cursed, and so are we.
This item serves a chaotic, demonic deity from the astral plane, but we can't see much further than that. The curds are too thick.
So, to put it bluntly, it's magic, chaotic, cursed, demonic, but you don't know anything else about it.
We've reached the conclusion that further knowledge can only come through the help of a powerful, chaotic, demonic entity.
Ask a demon for help?
When you put it like that, I'm not so sure anymore.
I restate my offer. I can keep watch at the dungeon's exit. I'll give up my share.
Every demon, like cheese, is its own thing. They both come in many shapes and forms.
It so happens that a demon who might give you some information resides on the 5th floor. It was entrapped there by a curse and should not be an immediate threat.
Still sounds risky. Isn't there any other way?
Yeah, smash the stinking amulet with an axe.
The amulet isn't the real problem. It's the demonic entity behind all of this. You'll need to find the root of all evil, the devil's teat, so to speak.
Well then, we'll have to travel all the way to the 5th floor.
You're forgetting something. All entrances to the 4th floor are sealed off. No 4th floor means no 5th floor.
That was actually a very useful observation. You should speak up more often.
We can help with that. Let me open the gate to the 4th floor for you.
We also decline any responsibility for the rest of your adventurous peregrinations.
One last thing. You might cross paths with a colleague of ours. He's been looking throughout all the floors for a lost magic item for quite a while now.
Alright, well, that's all done. I think we're going to want to heal pretty immediately. And rather than spending 8 potions and 3 bandages on that, we'll probably just do a night's rest. We got 15 rests worth of barkeep money. A level for the paladin up to level 4 though. Less lethal hammer of justice. Hammer of justice deals damage and stun to the targets. Damage and stun deals more damage to goblins, orcs, and trolls. Deals more damage to undead, demons, and spellcasters. Can opener. A hammer blow that ignores protection and diminishes the target's protection. Divine aroma. The paladin surrounds herself with a mouth-watering scent that forces her targets to turn towards her whenever she deals damage. Also grants a protection bonus. The paladin gains +2 physical resistance per level. This bonus is retroactive. The paladin gains 30 stamina points every time she kills an enemy. The paladin deals 15% extra damage to orcs, goblins, and trolls. I'm going to take the stamina, because if we can keep layering on hammers of justice over and over and over, that's going to be great. And let's try this can opener. Alright, so that's done. Let's go see the barkeep and rest up, because that's my favourite way to not die. Take a long rest. And then we're going to save it there. Then next time, perhaps we'll go and find a moo before we go and find a way to the 5th floor. Thank you ever so much for watching. If you're enjoying the series, please do consider subscribing or hitting that like button. If you have any questions, comments, or advice for me in this game, I will gladly take it. Otherwise, I'll see you next time. Cheers.